July 20th, there's a new Jubilee video that is dropping. And I knew this was coming a little bit. I had talked to Mehdi Hasan about it after my Jubilee. He was like, should I do it? They've been asking me to do it. I'm like, yeah, do it.
My family lineage is set.
This is going to be extraordinary. I mean, a bloodbath. And I have not seen the anything other than this clip, but it looks like it's going to be a bloodbath. Here is Mehdi Hasan. This dropped yesterday, a promo for his Jubilee appearance.
My family lineage is settlers from the 1500s. So
you don't look very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
Listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like... I should get the hell out.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want you here.
My first claim is Donald Trump is pro-crime and pro-criminal. Donald Trump is defying the Constitution. Immigrants, overall, are good for America. Donald Trump's plan for Gaza is ethnic cleansing. I'm Mehdi Hasan. I'm a journalist. I'm the editor of Zeteo. And today I'm surrounded by 20 far-right conservatives.
Oh, they brought back
the white culture girl.
The white nationalist girl, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they stocked all. Now, what's going to be fascinating is to see the reaction of like, well, you got bad fascists in there. There are smarter fascists. Or if people are going to be like, these people are extremists. We have no policies that are like this, except for, the one that Stephen Miller, the chief aide to Donald Trump, is espousing. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with this.
Well, it seemed like already in that promo, they're already triggered by the fact that Mehdi has an accent and that, he's not a white person. So that might bring out some new different flavors of anger from these self-avowed or self-described fascists.
Did that guy say his family goes back to the 1500s in America? Because that's pretty early for even American settlement in most of Virginia didn't happen until like the 1600s.
Right.
But what's funny about these sorts of folks is I pissed off Confederate sort of lost cause type people on Twitter the other week ago, and I got so many insults about how I was an Ellis Island baby, and I'm like, yeah. I wasn't here.
Take that.
Like during the 1750s, my family wasn't here yet,
right.
And that should make me feel like bad. And I can't tell you how. I'm more likely to feel embarrassed about drinking Johnny Walker Black Label than I am.
But aren't how many? For the Italians and the Irish and Jews? That's basically what the implication is.
Those
for Ellis
types
Island?
of folks are saying that unless you were here as like a Mayflower or like American Revolution style person, then you shouldn't be here at all.
But I'm sorry. The idea that those people who are saying that to you have a lineage back to the Mayflower, all of them, I find to be very, very dubious claim.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all people who are just trying to be, who are trying to make some type of point about, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, what the angle is that that somebody even comes in 1500 is a Native American. It wasn't America at that time. I don't follow what their twisted argument is.
I would call them anti-American because, look, I grew up close to Ellis Island, and call me a lib or a commie or whatever, but I was taught that the American values were one about the immigrant experience, and how what made this country unique and great is what I was taught was this blending of different cultures and experiences and people trying to come here to make a better life for themselves. Now, that is also a myth that erases the genocide of indigenous Americans, and we should be clear about that. But in terms of civic values in this country, that's what should be put back to the forefront of politics, and the Democrats shouldn't be abdicating that narrative for reasons that are based in supposedly polling, but mostly it's about cowardice and corruption.
I agree. If Democrats, I mean, even talking to the Trump supporters over 4th of July, if Democrats put billions of dollars towards Ellis Island and made all immigrants go through like a process there, you'd have a lot of people that are upset about immigrants getting in. Don't get me wrong, but there's a whole section that buy this bullshit that it's the reason for crime and the reason for blight is because we're like letting too many people in and through like illegal grounds or whatever. So they just want to be formalized.
Why can't we tap into American mythology? Why can't the left tap into that kind of thing and speak about like the country and the immigrant experience in a positive, affirming way? Because the leadership sucks ass. I answered my own question.
You answered your own question. Yeah. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. There's no political oxygen for that, because you start to make that argument, and the leadership of the Democratic Party goes the other way. I mean, that's been the biggest problem. And I think it existed. It existed in the Obama administration. I think it existed in the Biden administration. I think there is a hostility to immigrants that is, I think, both racially and class based. I believe.
And I see like these. When we had a guest on yesterday to talk about Elon's Grok supercomputer poisoning Memphis. Like, it's more than the airport, more than all of this other stuff combined. And the author of the piece cited this study that I hadn't seen before that showed that nearly 2 billion people are likely by 2070 to be in inhospitably hot, dangerous areas of the globe. That's going to be 2 billion people that are going to look to go and live elsewhere if they survive. And it's, of course, the global south. So we have to prepare for that, because we have an administration.
We've built a wall.
Right. I guess so. But this is their solution to that coming disaster, which is just enclose and militarize and abuse, and eventually, who knows, we could be leading to a moment of like actually killing these kinds of people, given the direction of this country that we're going.
Does anyone want to rule that out as a possibility for what happens at Alligator Alcatraz? That becomes a death camp? It's already like half dozen people have been killed, I think, in Florida.
I think it's most likely to become a work camp where people churn through. There's a certain percentage that die because of the nature of the conditions. There's a certain percentage of people who are shipped out to other countries. I would suspect older people, people who are just not as good at working. And then I think they're going to just rent out the workers, these laborers, and make it a revenue generating machine for the private interests who own this camp. That's what I would guess is going to happen.
And then MAGA hats can say "Made in the USA."
Exactly. Yeah, it's all going to be Trump merch that they're going to be working on. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.